is a very short session, which is very difficult for a trainer like me. I'm known for not leaving the stage. I'm known कि मुझे धक्के मार मार के पर्चियाँ दे दे के ऑर्गेनाइजर्स तंग आ जाते हैं क्योंकि ऑडियंस एंजॉय कर रही होती है तो वो भी कुछ खास कह नहीं सकते. So that's been my trick, but I'll try timing myself here. So 20 minutes is what we have for this conversation and 10 minutes for the question answers. Big question, what are you here? What was your intention this morning when you were coming? I love you too. All right, and? To connect. You've got to ask yourself this, why is it that you're interested in seeing me? From the 8 billion people, out of them 4 billion really the kind you'd want to see. Why is the question. Why do you want to see someone, all right? And going deeper in that will perhaps give you an insight of what I have brought for you. I'm less of a fact man and more of a faith man, okay? So a lot of people will tell you, fake it until you make it. Have you heard this one? Yeah, fake it. You're not confident, fake it until you make it. You can't speak, fake it until you make it. You can't sell, fake it until you make it. I learned recently that you could also say, faith it until you make it. Because fake implies I have to put on a show. And faith implies that I believe that I can pull it off. Yeah, so I've been the faith man, and so it's a question of faith. Where is it coming from? Janab, what else was your intention when you started out this morning? Breakfast? To get the breakfast?
Yeah, sure.
Very nice. ये घर के हालात बता रहा है या आज के breakfast की शहानापन बता रहा है? Yes.
To get exposure.
To get exposure. To what?
To new people, to new ideas that might be helpful for my startup.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Great. What else? Yes? To learn from different minds. And there is something inside us that gets us to do it. Do you know growth and contribution are our spiritual needs? Baki physical needs hai? We want certainty in life. We want uncertainty. Zara maza hona chahiye. We want significance. I need to be important. We want belongingness. I want to connect with people. But having done all of this, you would come to, I want to grow. I want to make sure every single day I live the growth paradigm, that whatever your paradigm could be, but you want to make today better than yesterday. And then the last one is contribution, that no matter how much you accomplish, you still want to give out, you want to contribute. And Kudrat ne maza jo hai wo lakhon rupe kamane mein nahi rakha, lekin chand 100 rupe dene mein rakha hai. You know, the treat of that. So where is it coming from? We hear this exposure, learning, and I'm here to tell you that it is part of you. As you sit here, your hair are growing. Are they?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mine are not. I'm losing them. Your nails are growing. Are they?
Yeah.
Yes, the grass outside is growing. Everything has growth in nature. And you cannot have your physical growing and your emotional not grow. It doesn't lead to a very content life. You cannot have your body grow and your mind not grow. You cannot have your body, mind, and heart grow, but your spiritual powers not grow. The 4 things that define us. So growth is very fundamental to human existence. And it could be for a thele wala, it could be कि मैं दुकान बना सकूं. For a दुकान wala, it could be something bigger. So it's in us. Janab, any other intentions this morning? तूने कभी बताया नहीं कि तेरा भाई है छोटा. And you've been with us for such a long time, and this has happened while you've been our friend. Why didn't you tell us? तो he said कि जब ये हुआ था ना तो इतना कमज़ोर था कि पता नहीं था कि ये जिंदा रहेगा भी या नहीं रहेगा. But what was he trying to do there? Hide. Why? Didn't know how to communicate, all right? So when you don't know how to express what you're feeling, you're more likely to hide what you're feeling, because it can be what? It can be a taboo, okay. What else? It can be misinterpreted, all right. So if I look at a pretty girl, it's more likely to be misinterpreted than interpreted into something better. Yeah. What else? Why am I more likely not to tell such things or not to tell other things that I do in fear of what? Embarrassment, all right. So I don't want to be embarrassed. What else? Judged. Very nice. Insecure. Judged में आ गया लोग क्या कहेंगे. And shyness. Very interesting. Afraid of pity. You know, it's fascinating that a being like you and me, who's called Ashraful Makhlukat. Ashraf, that means the best of all. Ul Makhlukat, of all the beings that have ever existed. God said, I've made you the finest. I've not made better than you. In this billions of years of existence that we know of, in this fantastic, never-ending multiverse that we are part of, we were told that you're the finest. And I know this comes from my belief, but even rational species will arrive at this conclusion that we've not seen any better than who we are. We think about them. We try creating them in our heads. We call them ETs. We call them perhaps super beings. They exist somewhere, but there's no fact around it. Frank Drake, since 1960, has had his telescopes up in the sky trying to figure out कि कोई मखलूक नजर आ जाए. इंसान चाहता है कि अपने से बेहतर कुछ नजर आ जाए, लेकिन इंसान को आज तक मिला नहीं है. Of all the wonders that we've seen, of all this creation, the imagination, this infrastructure, the kind of solutions we have, the kind of medicine we have, the kind of technology we have, no other species have been able to come even close to that, to even come close to thinking of that. So yes, we are Ashraful Makhlukat, but here we are stuck with all of this, and you can keep adding to the list. I'm cutting down on it because we don't have a lot of time, but I put all of this together as this one word, which is ego. Can you make sense of it? Ego कहती है कि यार मैं बड़ा ट्रेनर हूँ, मैं 10 साल से प्रोग्राम्स करा रहा हूँ. ईगो कहती है मुझे ऐसे ट्रीट होना चाहिए. ईगो कहती है मेरे लिए सोफा क्यों नहीं रखा. ईगो कहती है साउंड सही क्यों नहीं है. ईगो कहती है कितना बदतमीज वेटर था. ईगो कहती है कि मैं नैंडोज जाऊं और मुझे खाना ना आता हो तो मैं दिखाऊंगा नहीं कि मुझे खाना नहीं आता. I will fake it. Ego कहती है कि I can't do something, I have somebody in front of me who can help me, but I'd still not say it. Something in me will stop me. I can call it my shyness, I can call it my insecurity, but one thing is for sure, that's stemming from ego. And if you look at the term ego, all religious and spiritual texts, what will it say about ego? क्या कहते हैं अना के बारे में?
अना को मार के अपने आप को,
या अना को मारने की बात चाहे इकबाल कहेंगे, चाहे बुद्धा कहेंगे, चाहे मोहम्मद का पैगाम हो, चाहे ईसाइयत का पैगाम हो, कोई भी मजहब, कोई भी दीन उठा के देख लें, या कोई भी माइनस दीन, सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट, विजनरी थिंकिंग, डूइंग ग्रेट थिंग्स इन दिस लाइफ टाइम, द शॉर्ट लाइफ दैट यू एंड आई हैव, ऑल ऑफ दैट विल टेल यू कि यार अना को मार दे तू अपनी. बस तू ईगो को मार देगा तो तू स्टार्टअप है, तू फेल हो जाएगा, सीख जाएगा. तू ईगो को मार देगा, तुझे पब्लिक स्पीकिंग करनी है, तू सामने आ जाएगा, नाकाम हो जाएगा, तू सीख जाएगा. तू ईगो को मार देगा तो यू आर मोर लाइकली टू पुट योरसेल्फ आउट देयर. हाँ, शायरों का इकबाल ये भी कहते हैं कि मिटा दे अपनी हस्ती गर मर्तबा चाहिए कि दाना खाक में मिलके गुले गुलजार होता है. That's also इकबाल. शायर का मसला ये है कि बोल के चले जाते हैं and it's up for interpretation, but Iqbal's concept of khudi is not physical. He doesn't say khudi को कर बुलंद अपना, wear Gucci darling. खुदी को कर बुलंद अपना, where's your Ferrari? It doesn't say खुदी को कर बुलंद अपना कि तो सारी दुनिया में तेरे कारोबार हो जाए. It doesn't say that. It says spiritual elevation. So I started with how were you born? And I've still not gotten the answer. Is somebody willing to answer? Minus the ego, tell me honestly, how were you born?
through meiosis, mitosis.
मैं बहुत कम पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, ओके? मुझे आसान लफ्जों में चाहिए. Intention? Do you think parents have an intention in Pakistan? You know, we are a country that thinks about everything, but not about the life we bring to this world. Rarely do we.
The physical relationship of
नजर आ रहा है तुम्हारे अंदर जरा रोमांस छलक रहा है. It's there, it's there. Yes.
The physical relationship of two human beings and from the...
All right, two human beings, and what happened between them?
Sexual intercourse.
No, that's not what makes babies, okay? There is a that satisfies your needs, but what makes the baby? Transfer of what? And how big is the sperm? Yeah. You know, if अगर आपकी body के cells देखे जाएं, तो 10,000 cells would fit onto the tip of this marker. And each cell has your DNA. And if I start writing about your DNA, it's going to take this entire room and it's going to take me 30 years of work to script your DNA, which is in one cell of the 10,000 that fit onto the tip of this marker. And it's in your entire system. That little cell has information about what? It's called your DNA. DNA में क्या क्या है? जीन है. उससे क्या क्या निकलता है? Yes. क्या क्या निकलता है? आपका रंग, आपकी आंखें, आपका जिस्म, आपके organs, and we have a lot of similarities with a lot of other species. The human DNA is just a 1% difference to what the best that you will find in the chimps. 1% is what makes this huge difference, but that DNA has the code to all your being. It has the code to all your physical existence. Did you have to worry about your height? The answer is no. Do you have to worry about your hair growth? The answer is no. Do you grow your nails? The answer is no. Do you digest the system, the food that you have intake, that you've just taken in breakfast? The answer is no. All of this happens because the information in your DNA supports it. It enables it. And here is a big question, that when all of it is happening, जब ये सारा कुछ हो रहा है खुद ब खुद, तो जो बाकी जिंदगी के मामलात हैं उस पे इतना बड़ा कंट्रोल क्यों चाहिए? It's the human ego that wants control. It's the human ego that says, I am the finest speaker. I can't be. There have been so many before me, there will be so many after me. In my own existence, there's so many all around the world. Why do I want to have the final word? My word cannot be the final word. But the human ego says, Dikha tamga. The human ego says, Bana tagline. All advertising is all human ego trying to sell products that people don't need. Trying to sell them in ways, promises that they don't fulfill. The ego is the biggest barrier in you exploring the power of intention. And therefore, great texts will tell you, let go. Don't try to control everything. I can't control you guys. I can only do what I do, and I can expect and I can believe that it's going to take us somewhere. So intention is, while a lot of us think I intend, मैंने intend किया है कि मैं अच्छी वीडियो बनाऊं, मैंने intend किया है कि मैं अच्छा सेशन चलाऊं, ये छोटे छोटे intentions हैं, लेकिन एक grand intention है. अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी रीजन रखते हो, मैं ये भी नहीं कह रहा इमोशन, अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी रीजन रखते हो तो आप ये बात जरूर मानेंगे that you were not born out of an accident and you will not die as an accident. You didn't pick the place you were born in. Somebody picked it for you. Are you saying that that entity had no plan whatsoever? So the intention is there. There is a great intention in action every single moment of our lives. The question is whether you're connected with that intention or not. And that intention wishes well. That intention is infinite. That intention has a lot of abundance. But it has not got to do with anything outside at this moment. Just hold on and come inside. मेरी चाबियां यहाँ पे गुम हो जाएं, and there are no lights here, and I try looking for my keys and I can't find them. And then I see there's light outside, और मैं बाहर चला जाऊं और मैं कहूं चलो लाइट वहां पे है तो वहां पे चाबियां ढूंढ लेता हूं. आप चलते हुए आ गए, आप कहते हो मेयर क्या कर, मैं कहता हूं चाबियां गुम हो गई हैं सर. आप कहते चले मैं भी ज्वाइन कर लेता हूं. हम दोनों लगे रहते हैं 15-20 मिनट. आप कहते हो मेयर बता चाबियां यहीं गिरी थी, तो मैं कहता हूं नहीं नहीं गिरी तो अंदर थी. तो आप कहेंगे तो बाहर क्यों ढूंढ रहे हो तुम? मैं कहूंगा क्योंकि लाइट बाहर है. You know, it's the same way. Many problems of our lives are not outside. And we don't find the keys outside. We find the keys inside. That's where we need to bring in light. And that bringing in light is called enlightenment. That allowing the light to come. And that's what Shams did to Rumi. For 3 years, He talks to a preacher Rumi. Preacher Rumi है, रूमी का धाबा है. रूमी की तकरीर सुनने के लिए हजारों का मजमुआ जमा होता है. रूमी जो कहते हैं वो सही है, और शम्स आते हैं और शम्स रूमी को कहते हैं कि जा शराब खाने में. It's not, sharab is not the point. The point is that you think of yourself as such a big preacher that you have an ego problem. You say, how can I be found with a wine bottle? No, go and do it. And he does that, and people laugh over him, and people abuse him, and people put him down, and Rumi doesn't know. He says, I've been the preacher. I've been such a sacred figure. Yeah, what is Shams doing to me? But he keeps doing that until Rumi finds enlightenment, and the preacher Rumi becomes the poet Rumi. The preacher would have had great takreerein, would have stuck to Baghdad and his surroundings, but the poet Rumi became universal. Connection. The preacher Rumi became the poet Rumi. You know, of all great texts that you will read, a lot of times you see a performance. Have you ever seen a performance कि जिसको देख के आपको लगा हो कि यार ये इंसान से थोड़ी सी ऊपर की चीज थी? You know, this person transcended into a different domain. Have you seen that? Yeah? Ever went to a kawali and felt the transcendence inside you? Yes? It's very sad that human beings say that I had a spiritual moment. That's like saying I'm a body that has spiritual moments. But the real way of looking at it is that you're not a body, you're a spirit, which is having this body time. You were there long before you were born, and you will be there long after you're gone. So who you really are is not this body, is not what you put on this, but this bigger source that brought you into this and has put you and has fixed you in this body. It's a limiting body. I have a height issue, 5'4", or 5'3" rather. Like calling it 5'4", some ego there. But I've been fit into this. Can your soul fit into anything? It comes from an infinite place, and it likes infinity. And that's what all humans ask for, freedom. That's what we can't live in. We can't live in the bars. We can't live being suppressed. And with the creative people like you, the worst thing that happens is when a client says, this is what I want. And you're like, no, my idea doesn't fit into this. You know the corporate jobs? Kahan gayi Nestle wali? Yes. The corporate jobs, because they put you into a job every single day of work. What do you feel? Yeah, terrible. Do you know most heart attacks happen on Monday morning? Creative mornings? Yes? Confined. So we don't like confinement. We like the azadi of it. And this is us. This is not only us at this age. This is even a child. Even a child would ask for it. Even a bird would ask for it. You know, you could treat the bird with the golden cage and silverware where you serve all the food, and the greatest that you can find. That's human way of saying, I love this bird, and you can give all of that to the bird. The day the door is open, the bird is going to fly. And that's what the bird deserves, and that's what human beings deserve. To not be confined to this bodily experience, the physical experience, but to leverage this physical experience. And how do you leverage it? By aligning with the big power of intention. You don't need a name for it necessarily. Some would call it God, some would call it Bhagwan, some would call it whatever, some would call it just energy. Some would call it the collective unconscious. Yeah, इंसान अपने बाप दादाओं की इंटेलिजेंस अपने साथ लेके पैदा होता है. What is that? That submission कि यार बहुत wisdom है, और अगर मैं इससे hook हो जाता हूँ, इससे align हो जाता हूँ, तो मैं receive करूँगा. And all human beings will tell you that, you know, I thought of an idea and then I read the same on the internet. Has it happened to you? They've had animals. एक जगह के जानवरों को कुछ सिखा दो, दूसरी जगह के जानवर खुद ही सीख जाते हैं. How does it work? You've had people, this group can sit together और आपके सामने पानी का एक बड़ा जार रखा जाए और हम सब इंटेंशन करें कि यार इस पानी को साफ करना है, इस पानी को साफ करना है, and it starts changing the chemical formation of water. And this is not me saying it, there's a lot of science behind it. How does it happen? Where is it coming from? So let me simplify this and try bringing it to some semblance as to what all have I opened up, and close it on 7 behaviors that can help you tap into this power of intention. This conversation is too short to understand the entire subject, but it's good enough to appetize us enough to get going around it. Janab, so कौन सी performance आपने देखी जो कि बड़ी transcending performance आपको लगी हो? Somebody?